Happy Wednesday everybody, and hope you're doing well. Welcome to another edition of the MCN. This is a show of Marvel Contest Champions news. Are you frantically swiping yourself through Act 5 to get those revives? You may be not. Whatever you're doing, good luck on a Wednesday. And of course, it's new content drop day, so of course we'll cover some of the stuff of that. But to be honest, I don't know if it looks overly interesting or challenging or whatever. We'll have to see. We'll give it a shot. If not, I'm going straight back into Necropolis. Do the video guide, straight back into Necropolis, and then have a bit of a kind of continuation of a chilled-based month. So the first story I want to kind of open up with is kind of an update to the situation of, as this player has said back then, play the game midnight and slept using auto mode fight. When I try to log in, it say my account ban. I think some people draxed that what I put out in a video on, I think it was Monday. Some people took it seriously or didn't listen or didn't watch the video but assumed. It's not always helpful when that happens, because then I did see a forum thread. I saw some people, message to say, oh, I shouldn't auto fight. Oh, this now leads to a ban. No, it doesn't. We did actually say in the video, it's more than likely they were running some sort of mod, which, you can get these kind of these bots from various locations that do auto play for you. But the weird thing about all of this, and the reason that maybe this person got a permanent ban, was, as Kabam even confirmed on this, that this was the following. Kabam Crash said this was this account's third infraction, and there is nothing in the data that suggests any of the bans were issued in error. So look, again, here's the thing. Don't cheat. That's it. Just don't cheat. It was such a weird thing to say, like, auto fight. I mean, to give you an idea, I, myself, many other people that I know will run champions auto fighting through Realm of Legends. That's something that you can do. Like, I will use King Groot, I will use a hard-hitting team, and I'll just auto fight through Realm of Legends. Gets me health potions. Is that on the same level as some of the other stuff? Probably not. But is level 3 health potions really going to make a dent to, or kind of make... Well, I don't know. It could be the next on a chopping block. But I thought I'd do an update to this particular story from Monday because, yeah, there was just some people that I think took that a bit too seriously and a bit too literally, which is why I say people are draxing. But now, moving on to something interesting, and that is the next Deathless Champion has been revealed. It's, of course, going to be Deathless King Groot. There are some people that think like it's a bit of a joke. And I would say, if you don't know King Groot, you don't know. And for those that know King Groot, absolutely know. King Groot has been a backbone for a lot. First of all, it was kind of like, it was a bit of a joke on the channel about kind of like why I enjoyed the champion. But as this champion becomes more of a usable champion in, say, would it be Act 8 point? Basically the end bosses. The champion has survivability, and I actually used through 8 point... Well, no, actually, for a good chunk of Act 7 and Act 8 so far, King Groot has been an amazing boss killer champion, especially with having survivability, actually some of the best sustainability and survivability. And what I mean by that is, as soon as you 200 signature and then find out that you're able to regen on a regular cycle and do armor break and do a really nice amount of poison and burst damage, as well as having a champion that's got fury buffs and a few other things as well, you quickly learn, or I'd say actually no, slowly learn. Because here's the thing, like the people that kind of go, do you know, King Groot, nah. But then I do get messages now and again that kind of go, do you know what? It's an interesting champion because of the survivability. And sometimes some fights you can end on about 100% health. And you go in at maybe like 20% or something. It's a revelation of the champion. The longer you're in the fight, the more damage he can do. Any case, right, I rabbit on. But it was interesting to say the least on this. I would say as well, I know some people are trying to theorize these two champions here. I would say they're placeholders. I think they're just placeholders there. They don't entirely match any kind of like body and build. I know some people are trying to use it and go like, oh, like it could be potentially Hyperion there. That could be Black Widow or some other champion there. I would say I think they're just placeholders. Thanos we know. I don't think these are going to be what you're hoping them to be. But I do share in a criticism about the design. Now, I don't know what the end result is going to be with King Groot, or Deathless King Groot, or Nameless King Groot. But actually, I really agree with Cat Murdoch on this. Because Cat said, this is neat, but you forgot to put him back to this oven to finish cooking. Please get him extra crispy like the Nameless version we faced before. He's not sufficiently toasted. And I really agree with that. I prefer this version. Because at least it looks different from the version that is pretty much, well, that's kind of like for like what is in at the moment. Give or take, obviously, the scorching. But I feel something that's kind of more darker, that looks and indicates more darker, because you can look at the one in game and it is just, well, apart from all the kind of like, you know, florally bits and green elements, it's theoretically just looks exactly the same, but with a scorch trim to the to parts to it. So yeah, I personally would just like to see this like darker paletted version, especially because it just looks like, look, it looks dark scorched, like a charcoal. I just think that it looks better than this version. But look, we've got to see if the champion kit's any good, because that's the other thing as well. We had high hopes for Guillotine Deathless, but it just doesn't hit in the same way as maybe I think a lot of players were hoping. And now on to, just quickly, raids difficulties. Now, as a lot of you know, if you were in the live stream or listened out, that Kabam, in a nutshell, said that the reason for raids is to kind of freshen up the Alliance questing scene. So whether or not, you know, it sinks or swim, it's still in that point of like when it launches, there'll be some testing, there'll be some rough patches and all that like. But yeah, as was said, it was a case of like Kabam were doing this instead of doing map 9, and Kabam, like, you know, confirms that, saying currently raids are basically map 9 and are made for alliances that can take on that level of challenge. And regardless, and this is the issue, isn't it? Like for most people, it may be considered to be like a new thing, but it could be a very, well, I don't know, specific to veteran top end alliance scene of the game. And this is something like I've got this kind of month, as a lot, you know, I'm doing kind of my push for Necropolis, which, you know, after we do the event and side quest coverage today and tomorrow, and maybe Friday. Friday I'm gonna go back to maybe a 1 to 2 video schedule for the maybe a foreseeable month. I haven't decided. I want to get Necropolis 100%ed. I want to be Valiant. And then do a bit of write-up about, you know, my experience, ideas of how to approach it and stuff like that. But obviously I want to experience it first to kind of like get that first-hand appeal. But at the end of the day, by the end of the month, I should have like stocked my roster back up. I need to make rank ups. I need to figure out where things are going. What is going to be handy? Is there going to be a champion that's going to be handy for defense and alliance wars? Is there a champion that's going to be handy in alliance raids? So I need to make those decisions. I need to think about my future, and as well get some stonking rank 3 7-stars up there to be of benefit to my roster, the alliance, and you know, future content to smash out. Oh, and and Deathless Guillotine, because I need to do that challenge, as well as many other challenges that come my way. And I'm sure a lot of other players are in that you know, same boat at the same time as to their plans for the future. But in any case, that gives you an idea of like who this is really tailored at. And here's the thing, until we get this launched, we really won't know whether or not it is built for you watching this video or somebody else that's maybe not even me. I want to say I'm probably at the level to do it. It's just a case of going, well, how far can I go? And also, you know, taking a trip into it and seeing how it plays, how it's like, because the thing is, it may be sink or swim, who knows. Okay, just on to something now. I think a little bit of a bug on this one. So this thread is called Solitary Win Graphical Issue. So AQ is basically unplayable. So this one was posted, I think, a couple of days ago, because of some graphical issues since the new update. Anyone else have it? I've restarted Samsung S23 Ultra running Android 14. That is, wow, that is very, very unplayable. Feels bad. Feels sorry for anybody, especially when it comes to, like, you know, high up there with AQ battles, and of course very important with Alliance raids. Also story, basically everything. Wow, okay. And many other people as well experiencing the same thing. But I don't know if it's the same device. Could be not. So yeah, this was a response from Kabam Jax on the 8th. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you for bringing this to attention. The game team is going to take a look at this. If anyone has this issue, they could include your device info on what the game mode you are playing. That'll be helpful. So yeah, hasn't happened to me recently, but I have seen a few bugs a few times over the years. Others have posted images. Restarting game always fixes it for me. We definitely see it on occasion, but seeing it from 3 different people on the one day definitely feels like an odd pattern. I've had a couple of times before restarting, so yeah, I don't know if restarting will help. Not particularly good. Has this been resolved though? That's the question. So S21 Ultra could be a Samsung based. Could be. Wow, that's a bug. That's a bug. Wow, that is a bug. You might try restarting, but it looks like it's very Samsung. I'm seeing Samsung. Yeah, don't know what the state of it is now, but it looks like, oh, there's a response from Kabam. The game team has found a pattern of these reports, all impacted accounts as part of a Google beta build. The belief is that summoners may have opted into this at some point, and the Google store kept them in the same category indefinitely, and this is causing some issues. So for the recommended course of action for anyone experiencing this, navigate to your Google store and leave the beta build. So that gives you a bit of an idea. And look at that. There's an instruction from Kabam of how to do it. Leave, go through that. Check out the thread. Then you'll need to uninstall the beta build and download the current build of the game. The team is confident it should resolve the issue. Thanks again. So there you go. If you are experiencing this issue, go and check out this, and hopefully it sorts you out. Now we're going to end on catch up for some of the Deathless Champions. Of course, we touched on the Deathless Champions in this show, but how to acquire them, I think it's going to be very important. I mean, for me, I think I've only got to do one more thing. I think I've just got to do the objective, but I'm going to wait off. I'm going to do 100% Necropolis first, because I think that's more of a priority, because it's Valiant. And then I've got to stock back up on units and whatnot, and then think about the approach, rank up some champions for that. But I think I'm more interested with the King Groot one coming up. However, though, I am still also interested in that Deathless Guillotine. So, look, there's content to be doing, there's stuff to be doing, and I've got to rock and roll to it. But there's no rush. Any case, what is the crack with getting those pieces that you've missed off? Now, for the 6-star one, look, that's fine. You can. Oh, has it expired? I can't remember if it's actually left. I'm going to have to quickly check the store now. If it's left the store for the Deathless bits, especially the 6-star ones, or it's a permanent. I can't remember what they were doing with the 6-star. No, you've got 20 days. You've got 20 days before they expire. Go and check out your store, by the way, for that. But when they're gone, like, the catch-up is just going to be very, very annoying. So you might want to do it now. Get that 6-star Deathless now, before it's too late. But on the 31st of January is when you'll see, as Kabam Crash says, this could still change, but right now we have both the 7-star and 6-star pieces scheduled to be added to the store for units on January 31st. So this is going to be very important. I might have to make a video about this. I mean, I did do a video already about it, but I may have to do like a reminder video. This serves as a reminder. 31st of January is when you're going to see... Is it 31st? It might be 31st, around that time. The pieces for the currency goes, and you'll have to spend on your units, right? That ain't going to be very helpful. And look, this is going to be down to you, isn't it? Like how you see the grind for it. Kabam Crashed also, is the plan for the first pieces of Deathless Champ to start after that? No, I believe the first piece of the next champion will arrive before, but the harder pieces to secure for the next champion will be later. So if a player wants to wait to see the prices of the guillotine pieces before committing to chasing the next champion, that shouldn't be a problem. So it gives you a bit of an idea, doesn't it, of that. I think it's going to be a lot, especially for the 7-star. I'm going to theorize about 10,000 units per piece. Now, I don't know what that's going to mean for the sake of awakening. I can't remember if you... Well, here's the thing, like, would you want to awaken a champion? This is the problem as well, isn't it? Like, are you going to go out of your way to awaken a 7-star version? Will you be happy with a 6-star, which is easier to awaken, especially if you're at a certain point in the game? Will you then kind of go, oh great, well I can awaken my Guillotine Deathless? This is going to be the problem with unlocking them and kind of awakening them, and whether or not you actually want to. Oh, there's so many things to consider with that one, but hopefully it gives you a bit of an idea. 31st of January, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure to get your grind on and grab the pieces with the currency if you so wish, especially if you've got leftover 600,000 loyalty, what, 8,500 glory, 150,000 incursion artifacts. Good luck in however you want to approach this. And there we go, that has been the show for today. Arena predictions will probably be Friday ongoing on the MCN, mainly because it just doesn't work with Kabam kind of releasing the information, and I like to have it on Tuesday so I can kind of like, you know, prepare a bit. But in any case, thank you very much for watching this video. Remember, the revive farming may be gone. I don't know if it's there. It could be gone by the time this video is out. It could be 10 AM PST. Could have already gone as soon as it goes to, like, you know, what, 0000 universal time. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, I mean, you certainly know when you're kind of going back through it and going, yeah, I can't see any revives. But look, it's up to you. Go and do Apothecary and other places. Save up and farm units. So, hey, that inflates arena scores, but whatever. That's Kabam. In any case, thanks very much for watching this video. Go and check out some other content on screen, and we'll be covering some new up-and-coming content stuffs later on at 10 AM PST as well. Much love. Goodbye.